ይሻለኛል ከፍቅርሽ ሚያስጥል ማን ዘንድ ይገኛል ስለታለብኝ ከርቤና ጣን ለመተያየት እንዲያበቃን የጠቢቡ ሰው የሊቁ ቅኔ ህልሜ አይፈታም ሳላሽ ባይኔ ማዘን ሊደር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ ማዘብ ኖሮ ለኔ ገና ደማ ያልኩ ካንቺ ሌላ የብራና ስር አይነ ጎላዬ መልከ ማክዳ ሳባነሳዬ የሸማሽ ጥለት ቀልሞ ሰንደቄ ያስታውሰኛል ላንቺ መውደቄ ልቤ አምሮህ ሌላን ስካት በሊቅ አገር ያህላል ከፍ ያለ ፍቅር
ስለዚህ ስራ ለሊት አድረው ነው እና ተሯሩጠው መተው ያው እዚህ ምሳችን ያቀረቡልን ስለዚህ ስለዘገየን በጣም ይቅርታ እናቀርባለን። ምሳ እንግዲህ አሁን እንበላለን ለማለት ነው። ከዛ ውጪ እኔ አምዳን ዛሬ ሪታየር አድርጌያለሁ። ልጆቼ ናቸው መድረኩን እንትን ሊሉት ያስተናግዷችሁ። ግን ጥሪያችንን አክብራችሁ እዚህ ስለተገኛችሁ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ እና ወንድሜ ቴዎድሮስ ገብረጻዲቅ ከለንደን እንዳንድ መጥቶ መካከላችን አለ። በኋላ በደንብ አስተዋውቃችኋለሁ። ስለዚህ ኦን ቢሃፍ ኦፍ አወር ፋሚሊ አባትና እናቴም እዚህም ባይኖሩ በሁላችንም ስም እንኳን በደህና መጣችሁ፣ እንኳን የደስታችን ተካፋይ ሆናችሁ ለማለት እፈልጋለሁ። ጾመኛ የሆናችሁ ሰዎች በጣም ይቅርታ። እንግዲህ ያለውን ነገር ሽሮም አለ፣ ሰላጣ ምንም አለ፣ ዳቦ አለ። እንደዚህ ያለን we try to take care of you later on በደንብ አድርገን እና ምሳ እንድትበሉ ነው። መልካም ምሳ።
እንዲደር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ ማዘብ ኖሮ ለኔ ገና ደማ ያለው ካንቺ ሌላ ልምጣ ወይ ልቅር ምን ይሻለኛል ከፍቅርሽ ሚያስጥል ማን ዘንድ ይገኛል ስለታለብኝ ከርቤና ጣን ለመተያየት እንዲያበቃን የጠቢቡ ሰው የሊቁ ቅኔ ህልሜ አይፈታም ሳላሽ ባይኔ ማዘን ሊደር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ ማዘብ ኖሮ ለኔ ገና ደማ ያልኩ ካንቺ ሌላ የብራና ስር አይነ ጎላዬ መልከ ማክዳ ሳባነሳዬ የሸማሽ ጥለት ቀልሞ ሰንደቄ ያስታውሰኛል ላንቺ መውደቄ ልቤ አምሮ ሌላን
So, I have a very long speech, but first of all, before I start, I'd like to say thank you for everyone. I was really honored to see everyone coming in, especially some of the people that we're really close to. I love seeing you guys here. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate you all to be here. So, I'll start with my speech now. So my beloved mother Fasika, congratulations once again for one of your many achievements. I know that everyone back home, especially Ababa, which is her dad, is the most proudest of all. His tiny baby has grown to be one of the most successful women in the world, and I myself have never known anyone that is as dedicated and as mature as you are for your age. I'm so proud of you for continuing your education for this long. Most people would not even go as far as you did. As a black woman, I know you go through the system, and it was probably very hard for you, since many people may have doubted your skill to excel in education. But you beat the odds, Mom. And look at where you are today. For me, you are more than a scholar. You never brag about what you know or what you have experienced. You're the most humble soul that I know. You don't even care to compete or outshine anyone because you are a confident and grateful child of God. Many people do things to show off, but my mom will never do it for the sake of attention. She's sharp, but only takes part in showing off what she knows when it's necessary. Words won't be enough to describe the love that I have for you. You are my everything. Wherever you go, I will go. Whatever you do, I'll do. And I care for you like I care for no one else. So I just want to say that I know a lot of people know that, you all love your parents, you all love your moms and dads, but I feel like the connection that I have built with you, Mom, is very special. So real love, no matter if you're related or not, may never actually come to be, because it takes real trust, openness, and cooperation. I don't mean to brag, but I know many kids are at the level of connection they should be with their parents, as I and my siblings are with you. The amount of things we went through to get through what we are today is what I appreciate the most, because that's what helped us to get to where we are today, to the level of connection we have, to being able to respect one another and to understand one another through everything that we do. Now, but more than a mother and daughter connection, we also have a sister to sister connection. It always surprises me how you are able to bring yourself back to being a child when we play together. The things you say in Amharic always amazes me. It's like the jokes or the tales that she likes to tell sometimes to make fun of us or to mock. It's just really funny, which I really love about you the most. And those things that you tell us, the stories that you say to us, the things that you experience, the things that you share with us is what really, really helps us to get to where we are today. And that's what I appreciate the most, because not a lot of people would have the opportunity. And one thing I know everybody in here would know, but the love you have for your country and the sacrifice you are paying for it amazes me even more. The fact that you always put that first teaches me selflessness and to be woke and even more aware than ever. The fact that you always put that first teaches me that your country is more than anything. Your country is something that you are called by. When somebody asks you where are you from, you don't just get to say where I'm from Ethiopia or I'm from China. You really have to work for it. You don't get to say that without really working for it. So anyway, you always teach us that, and we always do everything with you. So we know what you've been through, we know what you go through, and we can honestly vouch for how hard you worked for your country. And you are the most beautiful creation I have ever known. You are so pretty. You could have really became a model, which we always tell you. You know that. You're the most beautiful person I've ever known. I love your style and clothing. Thanks for really, thank you for really, making us look beautiful. Because of you, we look beautiful. That's what I like to say. And, you could also, today you're just going through school fighting for your country, fighting for the rights of people who are oppressed in Ethiopia. But I know that you could also become somebody else. You could have became a singer. You could became an artist. You could have became a writer because you are very skilled at those things. I know that because I see you every day. And who I am today is mostly because of how you raised us, our whole family. The discipline, respect, and dedication people constantly appreciate about my behavior isn't innate. It's learned and imitated through the many things I see you do in life. God has big plans for you, sis. The most deserving mom in the world. People don't understand the way you function like I do. Growing up with you, I feel like the strongest, most aware, and intelligent person in the world. I'll never forget the time when I realized how much of an impact that you have on me. At a certain point last week, it was a very stressful and hectic time for me and my sister because we were studying for exams. During that time, we were so depressed and drained from all the assignments and work that we had to do. I felt like breaking down. It was really, to be honest, I feel like it was the most depressing part of my life that I've experienced so far. Then my mom came into the room before she wasn't, it was just us working. And then she came into the room and we weren't even talking. But as soon as I felt your presence, which I never realized before, I began to start taking notes. Because that's what I was doing previously before I stopped and it was on my phone. And it wasn't until minutes later that I realized I am so attached to you, which is the most beautiful feeling that I have ever felt. You really cured me during the worst of my days. You are literally the band-aid to my bruise and the light at the end of the dark tunnel. I appreciate you in every way possible. In the future, I hope to become nearly as great as you are, my dear. You are present to this world, and I hope that in the future, God blesses me with a husband of similar personality to that of yours, because if I don't end up living with you forever, then at least I need somebody who can match your vibe. So open, yet so shy, reserved but generous, trusting and appreciative, calm but easily makes people laugh with her swift words. You are an indescribable human being. People these days are quite easy to describe, but not my mom. The way you equally love me and my siblings teach us equality, which is what you teach to others when being interviewed or making a speech for the rest of the world. You always say that everything good starts at home, and if you're not good to your family, then you're being pretentious. If you're good to others who don't know you. And the reason our family is so strong is because of the many values that you teach us. I dream of the day you live to see the fruits of your labor for your country. And I know you are capable of being the greatest leader in the world. No one can match your dedication and honest personality. Not one person can or will ever understand the greatness instilled in you. When I see you, I see an artist, a scholar, a leader, a lover, a fighter, and a giver. I hope to grow old with you and experience many more blessings. Because of you, I will do anything and everything. I'll make you as proud as you made me, and I hope that you have the most beautiful night today. And thank you for birthing me, because I will continue your work, tell your legacies, and teach people what you taught me. Everyone who has classes with me at school knows the amount of times I mention what my mom teaches me and my siblings at home. My teachers even know. If my teacher, Ms. Chan, was here, she would tell you how many times I mention my mom per day during the lessons. And okay, so we traveled to many places. You know, we were privileged enough to be exposed to her university lectures, like her professors who are here today, Professor Pablo and her TA and her classmates, Fatumata. All the people that are here today are all the things that she exposed us to, and I'm so grateful for that, because I know that in the future we have so much ahead of us, but yet we're so ahead because of what you have exposed us to. And I remember that when my mom was TAing in New York University, she used to take us sometimes, and it was really the best thing ever, because number one, we did get a lot of experience in how university would be like, but number two, it was more about how she taught. And it really taught me that, you know, like, there's not a lot of teachers like you, because I went through the education system here in Canada. I know exactly how it's like. Teachers can be cool, teachers can be nice, they can do whatever they want, but my mom, when she was TAing in class, she would put videos, she would tell us at home, I'm gonna do this for my class today, because, you know, like, I want them to feel like, you know, they're engaged and everything. And she really cared for the people that she was teaching, the students that were at York University. And like what I mean is she's a personal teacher, meaning she actually cares for the well-being of others, of each of her students, and she used to talk to them as if they were her own kids and bring them Timbits. I remember she brought them Timbits, and she used to cheer them up because school is something that's very difficult to do. You have to be really emotionally strong to keep going through it because it's really tough. And that's when I realized that she will one day become the greatest teacher. And I hope to take your courses one day when you're in teaching. And I love you so much. I always tell you that forever and ever, nuts. And I can't wait for more graduations to come so I can keep telling your story and how you came to be the person that people respect and love today. Thank you for your time. Hello. Hi. So my speech isn't as long as my sister's because I don't remember why I didn't make it that long, but I just decided to make it nice and short. I know people want to do, people want to enjoy their time and, do whatever they want to do, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So hello, today's a very special day for me. I get a chance to experience what most children may not experience. To begin with, I am very thankful that my family believes in education and pushes us all to excel in our studies. I am very proud of you, Mom, for being an exemplary role model for me, my siblings, and most of all, for those who believe that all they're able to do is invest on themselves only. What you have taught me is that you can be better, you can better yourselves and your country at the same time. Thank you for your dedication to the struggle and for teaching us the history, the problems, and our culture, and what it means to be a good person. You are gracious, kind, and always think of others before yourself. But the world is cruel, and most people, after they have what they want, it's like they never existed. But you still continue to be helpful. Thank you for teaching us to live an honest life, to be kind people, and to think of those who live in harsher conditions. Also, for revealing to us that with God anything is possible. Thank you for all the adventures you take us on, your past lectures, like my sister said, and the parties they and your other classmates host, the discussions about other ethnic groups that we go to. This is for Ethiopia, but not really other places. Your also for writing us books and other things that we can study about, especially about the Native Americans and their struggle here in Canada, also about slavery, or also educating us about the world. It's not just, it's not just Ethiopia and Native Americans, it's everyone. So I'm really happy to have that, that wide perspective of the world. Also, I'd like to thank you for showing us the world as it is truly. No illusions of a perfect world. You make the world, you say that, it's really interesting because we don't really talk about perfect in this world, but the thing that you do for us is that you allow us to understand what seems the world as having problems. You allow us to fix the world. You allow us to make the world a better place. So I'm very happy that you expose us to the world as it is. So what I mean by that is, for example, some kids in my school, let's say I'm going to take Ethiopia's problem for example, they don't really understand what's going on. They're like, oh, I can't wait to go to Ethiopia, it's going to be really great, everything's going to be nice, but little did they know that there's a lot of people struggling.
Hello. Today we are here and gathered for celebrating my mom as she has graduated Wait, Mom, you're going into your master's, right? Oh, she just finished her master's and is doing her doctorate program.
That's right. Yeah.
And we are gathered here to celebrate that. But we're also here to celebrate that the things that she went through in life to get to where she is today. Being honest, I think everybody in this room has at least had 5 good impacts from her.
Yeah.
I'm not finished.
Clap for your
hardworking, loving, funny, nice, smart woman. She knows how to act in certain situations, even if at that time it doesn't seem as the best. Sooner or later you're going to realize she did it right. You'll realize that you would have gotten it wrong, so that you would just accept it. Mom is a person, well, my mom is a person, well, a mom is a person who would take care of you, will show you the way to the greatness that you want. But my mom, she's that on like a whole new level. She does all that, but she knows how to act in each situation. She's kind, she's loving, she's strong-minded, and she knows, you know, you guys, she knows how to act in a certain situation. She knows how to make an outsider or a stranger feel welcome. She knows how to make a sad person feel amazing. She knows how to make a boring lesson something totally funny. She is the only reason why I stay awake when we're at 7 or something like that. She is the definition of awesome, basically. She is the real thing. You want to help someone or children or anything, refer to her. Believe me, it will work. I only have 2 words left. Thank you.
Give a toast for you and for the things that you've done.
If you want to come up,
Hi everybody, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate your presence here. So I'm here just to say a few words in support of Fasika's graduation ceremony. I first met Fasika when I was, first of all, I'm wrapping up my PhD program at the University of Toronto. Hopefully by next year I will finish. So I used to teach one of my professors' class. So the first time I met Fasika was when I was teaching that graduate class at the University of Toronto. And I can realize that she said, well, what does this small guy doing here? So I just came in, brought my books, and I started interacting with them. And I must say she's the nicest person I've ever met in the class. I've taught several classes before doing that, but at the same time, she's a very nice person, she's outgoing, she's very candid, and whatever her children said is exactly the same thing. And she also introduced her whole family to me. She came to the class, basically in my office, and then we met the children, and I realized that we have something in common. We all like Ghana music, right? So we used to celebrate whenever we meet at a function or something, dance to Ghana music and stuff, and then the little guy, very wonderful family presentation that he gave. So I'm also happy for her. Fasika, congratulations. achievement is really great feat. We hope that this is not the end. You just started your PhD program, and you can count on us to support you whilst you are doing the program. And then not we alone. University, especially the PhD program, is a very challenging time, especially when you are done with your courses, you are left alone. So she needs not only our support there, but she also needs family support. And then I hope everybody will give her the necessary support that she requires. And then thank you very much for everything that you've done, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Okay, facing to you. Mom, you come now.
Sorry. Okay, Nasu, they're just playing games, is she? To be honest, I don't know what to say. I have a couple of friends who don't speak Amharic, so I'm gonna just, mostly I'm comfortable to talk in Amharic. I love Amharic, I told you this before. But I'll be saying this in English because that way I don't have to say it twice just to save time. Honest to God, I have no words. For this graduation ceremony, I told my daughters and Kudus, he actually wants to be the master of ceremony. I said, you need to take the back seat. You were doing that last time, so I said, this is your sister's time. But I told them, I said, I just want this moment to be like a family reunion moment because we just celebrated my previous graduation like not even 2 years ago. In October it would be 2 years. So because I was going through I started school at OIC already when I was graduating from York, and Pablo and Viviana know that after I came from Eritrea, when I was defending my master's, I was also applying for OIC. So when I get accepted, I came straight from York. Like I didn't even take a break. I guess within the past 8 years, this is the first summer I'm taking a break. Like I never took a break, summer or winter or whatever season. I was always doing something. And right after I came back from Eritrea, I started at OIC. And so when we were having the graduation ceremony about a year and almost 2 years ago, I was at school, actually taking tests and exams and everything. So I felt like we shouldn't be doing this every now and then. It just doesn't make any sense. But it also would be like a waste of whatever. Like, people are suffering. We can just put whatever money that we're putting here to help somebody somewhere. But it's also important to see each other when we're alive, to come together when we're alive, and also to take a moment to be grateful and say thank you, God, for doing this for us. But like I said, this day, even if they're doing the master of ceremony, whatever role, they're taking that role, I actually want this day to be about my daughters and my son, especially my daughters, because I've seen them suffering this past year. Grade 11 was horrible. I've never experienced high school life in this country, so I've seen how hard they were working. They were almost breaking down. So they just finished their final exam this June 21st. And so for me, like, this is just to celebrate, like a milestone, because next year is grade 12, so it's not going to be that much new to them after they went through this storm. But the only thing that made me sad is they're not working full-time or anything. Their full-time work was studying. But I feel it for families, who are doing, for children who are doing jobs and also studying at the same time. I said, when do they study? When do they do their homework? And I say, how are they going to get good grades so they can go to, university or a very good college, not just a college and just community college or anything, but like a real college so they can get a better future. Because we really want them to succeed, right? We work very hard for our kids and we want them to succeed, but sometimes they feel like they have to save money for university, like all the things that they're having in mind, not realizing the amount of work they have and the amount of time they have to put for their education. And I've seen it through them, and I feel so sad for the young kids who went through the school system that we have here in Canada. Honest to God. So for me, like my mission would be, if I when I'm getting to the doctorate program, besides thinking of the research topics that I have in mind, just to see like the curriculum needs to be changed. Because one of the best countries in terms of education success is Hungary, and their success depends mainly on giving less homework to young kids and allowing them to spend more time with their family, to spending more time outdoors, having a healthy mind and a healthy spirit. Without having those two, you cannot be having a successful, individual or citizen. So we don't have to take, yes, Canada is a wonderful, beautiful country besides Ethiopia. I mean, I can call this country my home, but at the same time, there is so much that needs to be changed when we're comparing the school system to the rest of the world. So like I said, I will make it my mission, not only for my daughters, but also to my other, children, through you guys, your children, my nieces, my nephews, everybody, not to suffer like the way they went. Luckily, they impressed me. They actually motivate me, inspire me, doing great. I am not organized at all. I'm always doing, like, self-sabah first, later on. So I'm not good at time management, but I've seen how they plan way ahead of time, like 2 days, 3 days ahead of time for something that's coming up. And I said, yes, I might spark something in their lives, but they teach me more than I teach them. And as they're saying, that teaching is reciprocal, like it's both ways. It's not only me giving and teaching, it's also teaching from young kids, young people, even infants, and even from nature. And so then the thing is, as they said, as you're here, like last time too, we were having tap water. We didn't have bottled water because we were talking about the environment. We're talking about the amount of waste that goes to the ground. And whatever we're saying, whatever we're preaching at school, we have to practice. And we say bottled water should not be allowed in different occasions because then we're going to contribute to the landfill and environmental, contamination. So we have to be doing that in our public events. Tap water is healthy and beautiful and tasty in Canada, especially. We have we're blessed with fresh water. So that's what we are having here. But the whole point is, whatever we're doing, it should be a celebration of whatever we've learned. And at the same time, one thing you guys have forgotten when we talk about Abi and the progress that's taking place in Ethiopia, which I also am very grateful. I was going through the videos from the last graduation, and I remember Kudus was making a speech, and he was saying, when I grew up, Ethiopia would be free and we'll go there, like all that. Kudus, you didn't even have to wait to grow up. It looks like it's happening now. So I was very grateful that, but that didn't come in just like that, but it comes through the blood of so many young people who sacrificed their lives for their country and for the truth and for justice and for whatever they believed in. But at the same time, I'm so grateful. My prayers, our prayers, and our cries have been answered, and Andargachas again, all this flood of political prisoners are free, and we're having them out, even though that they're damaged psychologically, some of them, physically. But at the same time, I'm so blessed and happy to just, celebrate this day for their release, for them being, out with their families, and for them, just being free and witnessing this taking place in Ethiopia, even though that we lost some beautiful souls like Gabriel and all these brave souls who were fighting for their country. I regret that they didn't see this day. But at the same time, I'm very grateful for those who managed, to witness their fruit, the labor of their fruit, or the fruit of their labor. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, mostly I'm very grateful to have you guys as my friends. We all have our ups and downs, we all have our troubles in our personal relationships, in our interpersonal relationships. But you know what? We just have to take it easy. life is too short. I've seen like a friend of ours, like actually yesterday was his 40th day, Tamrat, who some of you may have known him here and like been a very active community member, who just got recently married, had like a 2-year-old, his second daughter, like from the new marriage, a 2-year-old, who was just getting ready to start his life, but we lost it, just like that. And so for me, it's like, sometimes, celebrations may be just too much, but it's also important because I really don't want you guys to come to my arba or qadr or and when I'm dead, when I'm not looking around, just, gathering to eat and not even talking to each other or anything and then gone. I want you to be around when I'm alive. I want you to be with my kids and just, cheer for us, push us forward. Let's push each other forward because the world needs people to change this world, like for the better. And I've seen so many good people here. I know so many good people in everywhere, even though we have the worst at some places. But I have so much hope that change is gonna come. And it's all up to us at the end of the day. I'm so happy that Zillati got the Dean's Honor Roll from Ryerson University. I'm so proud of you. I was outside when you were born, Yeah, she was born in Addis and she came here when she was 6 months old with her mom. I was outside when her mom was in labor. I was outside at Brass Hospital, and now to see you here and shining, I'm so happy for you. And also, TG, she just walked in. She just graduated last year, but due to the strike, she couldn't get to her graduation ceremony. So she's here with her 3 beautiful children from the graduation ceremony. And I want to congratulations. And my good friend Aklilu, who just celebrated his birthday about 2 or 3 days back. So happy birthday to you. Yeah, and Alam, we have your son's graduation last year. He made me cry the whole time. It touched my heart. And he was talking so much about her grandmother, his grandmother, her mother, who just passed away right after that. It broke my heart, but you're so lucky to have someone like him. And I was so proud of you. As a woman, you managed to raise such a wonderful individual. I'm very proud of you, and I want to say congratulations. But mostly, I cannot be talking about everybody here. I love you all. When Pablo and Viviana, my former professors from York University, then when they said they're going to come to this graduation ceremony, I was so happy because we built a family when we were at York. We literally was living at York University on campus. So that was like our home for 2 years, and we have so much memories there, but they were there for me all the time, when I was going through the research process and everything, going back and forth to Eritrea. I remember Pablo was like, are you really for sure? He didn't believe that I was about to actually go to Eritrea. That's what he was saying. He was kind of surprised when I was coming with the research proposal. He's like, you're from Ethiopia, right? And you're going to Eritrea? He couldn't even grasp the fact that I really wanted to go to Eritrea. Again, Suleiman Demi at the back, he's also graduating from the PhD program next year, as he mentioned here earlier. And Fatamata Diawara, she also got she got accepted to the PhD program last year. We were honored. Congratulations. Yeah, we were honored to be there for her graduation last year. She's from Sierra Leone. You know how Sierra Leone had went through so much trouble because of diamonds. Resources are sometimes curses, but it managed to flourish people like Fatimata who care for their country, gather books, send books to support kids who are less fortunate, raising her 3 kids, going to a spinal whatever surgery that she was going through. I don't know how she did it, but she inspired us. Even though we missed the Ethiopian community party, we were so delighted to have you there, and now today to have you here as well with us. And mostly, I just want to say thank you, Mike, for bringing this wonderful cake. He said, I'm going to be buying the cake. He said, I will be ordering the cake. I said, yeah. Really, it's such little things that matter. And I said, I already ordered the cake, but he said, I'll pick it up. I said, okay, you saved me trouble because Sabke was about to pick it up, and he said, okay. And so he did that. And Malefia, for baking those 2 wonderful, yummy breads, she said, this is my honor, I'll do this. Honest to God, I tell you guys, this gives me fuel. Like Abbe said once, remember when we were talking about Ethiopia, like we honored him, like not even in a big way, but just in a small community setting. He said, you know, the fight or the run was like a marathon, and it was a little bit tiring, but he said this will give me a final push to finish the run. So hopefully this will give me a final push to finish the run, and hopefully we'll march back to Ethiopia and do something wonderful for Canada and for Ethiopia's sisters. Happy birthday.
So now it's time for cake.
I forgot to say thank you. Sorry, I forgot to say thank you for my lovely brothers that God gave me, David and Abrish. 2 years ago, they were the ones who were running around like my mother, you know, to serve all of us, to entertain us. But today they did the same, and I really want to appreciate you. And Danny, DJ Danny, my brother, I'm always depending on you, relying on you. Today, Ato Tashome is added to the list. So honestly, besides being my friends, I really, you know, just appreciate your kindness and your support. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Samson. I want the professor to hear what I was saying, and then I'm speaking English, and I can repeat it with Amharic too, so because, you know, Gay is our language. So, what I'm trying to say is, when I was in school, when I studied management, there was a professor which is in Harvard, and Harvard Management, Business Management, and Drucker Foundation. There is a lot of books was written by Peter Drucker. And maybe Professor knows Peter Drucker. In one of his books, he was mentioning about leadership. Fasika is my colleague. Fasika is my struggle colleague. We fight for freedom, for democracy, for human rights all over the world. And Fasika contribute a lot.
Zindiger hedo bone sewarun kalache Mazab nuro lene gena demo yalu kanchila Lamtao ilke mani shalanyal kafkris miastel manzendikenya ስለታለብኝ ከርቤና ጣን ለመተያየት እንዲያበቃን የጠቢቡ ሰው የሊቁ ቅኔ ህልም አይፈታም ሳላሽ ባይኔ ማዘን ሊደር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ Mazab nuro lene gena demo yalu kanchila Yebrana se ayne bolaye melkema kda savan se የሸማሽ ጥለት ቀልሞ ሰንደቄ ያስታውሰኛል ላንቺ መውደቄ ልብ ያምሮህ ሌላን ስካት በሊቅ አገር ያህላል ከፍ ያለ ፍቅር ማዘን ይዞ ገብቶ ገዳም ያገናኘው ፍቅር ካዳም ማዝቦን ይዞ ቆጥሮ ጠጠር ባሳከለው ፍቅር አገር ባሳከለው ፍቅር አገር ባሳከለው ፍቅር አገር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ ማዘብ ኖሮ ለኔ ገና ደሞ ያለው ካንቺ ሌላ ልምጣ ወይ ልቅር ምን ይሻለኛል ከፍቅርሽ ሚያስጥል ማን ዘንድ ይገኛል ስለታለብኝ ከርቤና ጣን ለመተያየት እንዲያበቃን የጠቢቡ ሰው የሊቁ ቅኔ ህልሜ አይፈታም ሳላሽ ባይኔ ማዘን ሊደር ሄዶ ጎኔ ሰው አልሆንም ካላንቺ ማዘብ ኖሮ ለኔ ገና ደማ ያልኩ ካንቺ ሌላ የብራና ስር አይነ ወላይ መልከ ማክዳ ሳባነሳይ የሸማሽ ጥለት ቀልሞ ሰንደቄ ያስታውሰኛል ላንቺ መውደቄ ልብ ያምሮህ ሌላን ስካት በሊቅ አገር ያህላል ከፍ ያለ ፍቅር ማዘን ይዞ ገብቶ ገዳም ያገናኘው ፍቅርን ካዳም ማጽሆን ይዞ ቆጥሮ ጠጠር ባሳክለው ፍቅርን አገር ባሳክለው ፍቅርን አገር ባሳክለው